Hey there, you guys. This is going to be your weekend guidance reading for Friday the 13th through Sunday the 15th, 2017. So I'm going to do a little bit differently. I'm going to use my Lenormand's card deck here, kind of like the playing cards. So, okay, so I'm just going to shuffle here what the overall energy is going to be on this day. What is the energy that we are going to encounter on this day? Okay, so we have 21, which is the mountain. Our challenging energy, what is the challenge or the lesson for the weekend? Divine Spirit. Okay, what is our suggested approach? What is, where should our focus be? Sorry, where should our focus be? Which is going to be of our highest good on this day? Where should our focus be? Okay, and what is the possible outcome if guidance is followed? Okay, so we have the Eight of Clubs, the Eight of Hearts, the Queen of Hearts, the Seven of Spades, and the Seven of Diamonds. Okay, so let's see here. I'm just getting, with this energy, might be feeling like there's obstacles. I don't really typically like to read these traditional, how they're given in the book. I read them based off of intuition. So what I'm getting off of this is there's some type of perceived obstacle. The overall energy for this weekend is like overcoming obstacles or overcoming some challenges. And it could be due to the in the area of partnerships. Feeling like I have to overcome so much, you know. Is the grass really greener on the other side? It's like an abundance of things that are coming up to the surface for you, and it's all too much. It feels like a heavy obstacle. Then when we head here, it's definitely about a partnership. It's definitely about some important people in your life that you're having this difficulty with, this challenge here. With the Queen of Hearts, this is like an important person. If you're a male, or you could be a female as well, there's an important female figure in your life. It doesn't have to necessarily be romantic, but this person is definitely an importance for your focus. Wherever you're focusing today, that this person is coming up. For some of you, it could be mothers. It doesn't have to be lovers. It could be mothers. It could be a best friend. But they're definitely in your focus. Okay, so the Starks, okay? There's some things that need to be looked at. All right? There's something that is happening. There's something that is shifting. It's like a relationship is shifting, whether it's in a good way or a negative way, however you perceive it. It definitely has something to do with this obstacle here, because when you break this down, this is 8, and we have the 8 of Clubs over here. So it's something over that's challenging. Then when we look at our suggested approach or action to take, we have the moon energy, which is something to do with this current moon cycle. We're still being affected by this Thursday's full moon in Cancer. That energy is still affecting us. We're still having to look at some things. The moon is challenging this, and there's the 8 of Hearts. Again, there's a lot of 8s here. There's an abundance. There's something fortunate to take from this energy this weekend. Something positive to look at. There's a lot of 2s, so it's definitely about some partnerships, new beginnings with the 1s. 3, the creativity. You have 3 twice. You have 3 here in the number 32. You also have it here with 21, and you also have it here with 12. So it's definitely something about creativity. There's a change. There's a shifting. There's an abundance, some type of fortune here. in this energy altogether. And you have a couple of sevens, which is all about divine timing, divine energy, power, warnings, awareness. So the suggested approach I'm getting is to focus and look at what you can do from this point. How can I utilize this energy with the moon, this moon cycle, this moon phase? How can I help or utilize this to navigate where I'm going? How to make changes? How can I manifest or create from this full moon, specifically with my partnerships, if that's where your focus is, or it could be something that you're debating, a path, possibly stuck on which way to go. Is this path, is this side greener than this side? Because this other side looks too much of a challenge for me. It's too great of an obstacle. So there's a lot of like debating, duality, going back and forth within your mind, making comparisons, contrast. With the focus, you have 27 here with the 7 of spades or the letter. And this is 9. So your focus, maybe, I'm getting off of this, though, this letter, that maybe you need to make closure, because this breaks down to 9, which is all about endings, service. But I'm getting ending here, closure, conclusion. So you might have to write some letters to someone or write letters to yourself, affirming that I'm done with this aspect of myself. I release this, I release that. Burning the letter, burying it, whatever ritual you're into, whatever works for you. I release this person, I release that person. I free myself from this situation. Cord cutting, I'm getting. Maybe even writing to someone, texting someone, emailing something to someone with some type of closure and letting go. Okay? This could even be like divorce, finalizing a divorce, signing off on something, some type of court document with a partnership, and it's for your highest good. It's what Spirit is advising you to do. There's some type of closure that needs to be done. That's where your focus needs to be. What needs to be closed? What closure do I need? What conclusions have I come to? Because I'm getting a lot of you are needing to release some things during this full moon. Like, you need to write it down. It's more powerful to write things down that you wish to let go of and release. And if that's people, you write those names down and say, I forgive you and I let you go in love. With the things that you're wanting to release that may be negative in nature, aspects of yourself, insecurities, I ask you to go in peace and in love. Fear, I ask you to leave with peace and in love. Burn the letter, burn the letter. I said that twice. So I guess some of you are going to have to do that. Another way of it is burying. You can do a burial, like digging up some dirt, burying the letter, or burning it and then washing it down the drain, or just releasing it to the full moon, just letting it go out into the moon. Okay. Or just others, you might have to write something. You might have to reach out to someone and tell them something that you've always wanted to say, bring things to a conclusion, bring things to a close. It could be, I'm deciding to end this partnership. I'm deciding to walk away from this job. I thank you for your time. I don't think it's best that we be friends anymore. I love you, but this is what I feel is best. Whatever you're guided to say. It could be something that you never got to say to someone, and you're guided to do that now to bring closure and peace into the situation. If this energy is followed through, you have 12 here with the birds. So these are like messengers, of course. Some of you are going to get a message immediately after this situation. It could be a response back from someone. It could also be that Spirit sends you a message right after this. But it's like a release I'm getting after this is done. It's a release. Something is going to be communicated to you right away, especially with the letter here in the same thing. This is like social, because it turns out to be 3. So this is like community, social. So social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Maybe even some messengers, like app messengers or something like that. Something comes in immediately after you release this or you send this. So whether you're releasing, you might even hear from a person after you've cut cords with them. Spirit is sending you a message within that itself. If you sent off a text message, you'll get a reply back immediately or something like that. So, I'm going to pull a card from the Romance Angels deck as the advice for the weekend. I'm going to do a love weekend reading separately anyway, but let's just see what we get here. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So some things are going to have to be said between you and another person. Romantic or not, a close relative, whatever it is for you. You know, there may be some things that need to be said. You're being guided by your higher self to release some things. Show your truth to someone with this letter. Maybe even getting to know yourself better as you look deep within yourself of what it's really there. Getting honest with yourself, not being in denial with your truth, reveals an aspect of yourself, and that helps you deepen the bond within your own self. Getting to know, what is my truth? What do I really want? Who am I really? Because here, like I said, this could be a message from spirit that comes, the clarity that comes over you after you write this or you release this, whatever it is for you, with the letter card, with another person. You know, Mom, I never got to tell you how I really felt about this situation. You know, I need to say this. I've been holding on to this for 16 years, and then you never know how it could change the dynamic between you and your mother or your lover or someone that you've always been in love with, and you release that. You never know what happens. It's just something that turns out from this, okay? So keep that in mind. That something will definitely reveal itself. There's going to be this truth that's deep within that reveals itself, whether it's deepening a bond between you and someone else or yourself or with spirit. Something's going to turn out as a result of concluding something, writing a letter, sending out messages. Okay, so that is your reading for this weekend, you guys. I hope that this brings you clarity and this makes sense to you guys. As always, I send you lots of love and lots of light. Peace.